be a combination of, there is a bill class, there is a order class, there will be a customer class, and there will be a food class. Combination of all this. So if I want to generate a bill, if they are a customer type as premium, I will be providing, let's say, 5% or 10% discount, right? Yes, if you are a regular customer, will you be treated royally? Yes, right?
Yes.
So in order to, whenever I generate a bill, I should know what type of customer I am generating a bill for.
Yes.
So in order
Yes,
to
ma'am.
generate a bill, I should know what type of customer. If it is, I'll just have a if condition, but at the method creation, I don't know what type of customers I'm going to have. Do I know at the creation of the method? Am I sure about what type of customer I'm going to get? I have no idea. Depending on the customer type, I will be implementing or generating the bill, right?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So at the method creation or signature, I don't know how things are going to work. Hence, I don't provide the body of it. Body of it is nothing but whatever I provide within my open bracket and closed bracket. Right, that is what we call the body of a function or a method.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So I will not provide that. So make sure whenever such methods are existing in your classes, you will declare such classes as abstract. Abstract is nothing but, in simple, if I wanted to say partially implemented, guys, please mute yourself, someone in the session. Such methods, I will be defining it as the abstract method, which specifies it is partially implemented. I know what is a method signature, but I don't know what should I implement in that particular method. Such methods, I'll be declaring it as abstract. Is that fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, if a method is having an abstract class, a class should also be made as an abstract. That is one of the rule in abstract. I'll repeat again. If a class, now I don't know how these things are going to work. I'll just make this as abstract, right? If I make a method as an abstract, its respective class should also be named with the abstract keyword. Okay, abstract class bill. So clear these 2 points?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, along with these 2 points, you have to remember one more thing. An abstract class can consist of abstract method as well as non-abstract method as well. Along with this, I can have a normal method. Let's say we have a public void display. I can have the normal method also along with that in a combination of that. Let's say we have some SISO statement and it will be printing some details. This is also allowed according to the set of rules. Fine, I'll repeat it again. If I don't know how the specific method is going to work at the time of creation, such methods, I will be declaring it as an abstract method. In a class, if there is an abstract method, that class has to be prefixed with abstract keyword. So that class will become your abstract class. Okay. Whenever we say it is an abstract class, it can be a combination of, within that abstract class, I can have the combination of abstract method as well as non-abstract method as well. That is allowed. Fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Along with this,
Yes, ma'am.
we can also have constructors and static method also. Fine? These are the few key points you are supposed to remember. We'll see a demo so that you'll be getting a better understanding of it. And one more rule, main rule is that whenever a class is declared as abstract, can you instantiate it?
No, ma'am.
Okay, let's see how can we perform this. I'll just create, yes. Should I repeat any of the point?
No.
Okay, let's go for a demo. Let's consider we have a class. What was the example we had taken while explaining? Bill, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Bill within which I have a generate bill method, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, it is specifying something. Can you see it? Add the body. The first option in the quick fix I'm getting it is add a body or change the bill, that is your class, to abstract. You have two options, either add the body of it, but I don't know what am I going to implement at this point of time, hence I'm not willing to add the body for it.
Yes.
The other option is
Abstract.
Change bill
Yeah,
to
abstract.
Change to the
Okay.
abstract.
Done. I have added the abstract keyword. Now still it is throwing an error. You'll just mouse over
Class
it.
should be abstract.
Yes,
Class
by
should-
default
class
it
name
will.
should be also abstract.
Exactly. Now the error is cleared.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
This is how you define your abstract method. If a specific class is having an abstract method, obviously the class has to be made. If not, the environment will not let you to compile it. Clear, right? Yes, no?
Yes,
Should
ma'am.
I repeat it again?
Yes, ma'am. Repeat.
Okay. See, I have a regular class followed by class name, within which I'm trying to implement a generate bill method. At this point of time, I don't know what is the code I'm supposed to write within my generate bill. So generate bill depends upon the type of customer. The customer, as you guys said, it may be a guest or a premium or a regular customer. Depending on type of the customer, I will specify or I'll provide the discounts to them. At this point of time, I don't know what type of customers I'm going to get, hence I don't want the implementation to be present here. So you cannot just leave it as it is without the body of it. So if you just mouse over it, you will get two options. Either add a body of it or change the that is your generate bill to abstract method. I click on the second option. So the method is made abstract now. You have a access modifiers followed by the abstract keyword, then the return type and the method name. Yes? So far clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So one more rule of thumb we have is whenever a class consists of a abstract method, the class should also be made abstract. If I mouse over it, it is specifying make the bill as abstract. I click on that. Hence the error I've got. Fine.
Yes.
Okay, let me, the one more point we said was, why do we have an error? Already exist a bill, okay. Okay, in some of the demo, it is already present.
Bill well.
I'll just change that to pay bill. I said abstract class can have a combination of
Static and
abstract as well as
Abstract
not
as well as
abstract
normal
method.
methods.
Let us write a normal method. Public void, let's say display. Someone as Annaveen, please mute yourself. Thank you. Done. Is there any error throwing out?
No,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
No. And it was also specified that we can have constructor as well, right? So how do I create a constructor?
Class name.
Class name.
Class name should be
Maybe.
same.
Okay. How do I? What is the shortcut I have?
Source
Yes.
and
Gendered constructor.
The selected file contains. Okay. Generate, where is that constructor using fields? Generate constructor from superclass. No, we don't have. Files which may be initialized in a constructor. Okay. Using fields I'm giving, since I don't have any parameters here, I cannot have it. Let me do it manually then. Pay bill. Sorry? Did anyone ask any question?
Voice breaking. That's why.
It is not audible? Is it same to everyone?
No, it's
No,
audible.
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
It's proper.
It's audible.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Done. We can have a constructor, no errors. Then what was another point we had is we can have a
Static.
Static and non-static.
okay. Non-static we have. So
Yes.
what are the changes I'll do for this to be a static method? Where should I prefix the keyword?
Public static void.
Prefer the
Void.
Static void display one. Public and before void.
Yes.
Fine. All the rules is applicable now.
Yes.
Now, how do I use this? So where will I use? Okay, constructor and all you guys are aware of it. I have the main key player we have is the abstract method. So how can I use the abstract method anywhere? Or when it is time to generate a bill for a customer?
Extend that class and override that abstract method.
Okay. Extends
Pay bill.
pay bill. Okay, whenever I extend pay bill, it is throwing me an error. I'll just mouse over it.
That class also becomes abstract.
Add unimplement. Okay, let
Extract.
me extract.
Extends abstract bill.
Okay, we have two things here, two options. First is add unimplemented method. Which is the unimplemented method in your pay bill?
Generate
Generate bill,
Generate bill.
implemented, right?
Gen
Either
bill.
add that or make your abstract demo as a abstract.
No.
Okay,
Add
I will go for
Add
the
unimplemented
implementation.
method.
Yes.
I'm choosing this. So by default, you got your override annotation, and here you are supposed to provide your whatever the logic is. Fine.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is a basic set of rules you are supposed to remember. Any questions so far?
No, ma'am.
So how do we'll just run this and see? Yes.
Implementation of abstract method can only be provided in the subclass.
Exactly. Whenever I declare something using abstract, only in the subclass I can provide the details.
Okay.
Okay. Any other doubt?
It means that abstract keyword can be used in the inheritance only.
Inheritance. Okay, here I'm using the inheritance concept. If you're trying to inherit the abstract class, the rule of thumb says that whichever the unimplemented method you have, that for that you have to provide implementation.
Yeah, because so we cannot access abstract class fully without extending it.
No,
We do it overriding.
that's what we are doing. We have to override and then access it. By default, whenever I'll just undo this, see, whenever I try to extend, at that instance only I'm getting an error, right?
Yes.
Spelling, please add whatever the unimplemented method. In other words, try to override the method and provide the body for that, or provide the implementation for that.
Okay.
Clear? Clear with the doubt?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Any others? Any other doubt? No? Yes?
No, ma'am.
Okay, we'll just run it. What are the alterations I should do so that this program should run? What am I missing with? Can I run it directly? It will work?
Main method.
No,
Create
ma'am, main
object
method plus
CBS demo.
Main method, not
Okay, main method I have it now. Within that, what should I have?
object of class creation.
object, no.
CBS demo. Yes.
Now, can I call any of the method that is present within your superclass or the subclass?
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
We'll try to call the generate bill itself first.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
You can write your logic here. This I am just providing the like a blueprint or just how things are working. Actually, you are supposed to provide the complete details over here. Generate the bill and work it out. So first line in line number 32, we have constructor. Hence your constructor has been printed. It will be executed. Yes.
Yes.
After that,
Yes,
we
ma'am.
are calling the generate bill within which we are. Where is the generate bill? Yeah, here. Fine, things are working.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So we'll try to call different methods and see.
Yes.
And how can I call this display one?
Class name
Class
and
name dot display one.
display one.
Okay. Since I have object, can I call that way also? Both ways fine? It will work?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
It
Does,
work.
yes?
Public static void class name is deleted display.
Okay.
In 16th year.
Yes.
Yes.
This way is also possible. So if you observe here, can you make some difference differentiate between your 34th
Yes,
line
ma'am.
and 35th
Font.
line number?
Font is different of display one and display.
What does that specifies to you?
That is static and
Static, ma'am.
dynamic method.
Static method.
Exactly. So in your class diagram or any details, you have something in a different font that will represent your static as well. The
And
minute.
that
Yes.
static method is gets inherited in subclass, no?
This you're asking?
Yes,
Display one. We'll
That-
try it. Yes, yes.
That's why we are calling with the help of object.
Yeah, you can do that also direct when a method is static. You can just use the class name, right? That is
Yes.
also possible.
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah, we have
Yes.
it here.
Ma'am.
See, display one. It is in the different font. These are the minute things you should be paying attention to. Done?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
So all when a method is defined as an abstract, the class should be also abstract. abstract class can be having the combination of static, it can have constructor, it can have static method, non-static method, and a abstract method also. Only thing is we don't know what we are going to implement, hence we just provide the method signature. That's it. The body, we are not providing it, or we are not implementing details over there, right? So in other words, can I say abstract class is nothing but it is enforcing inheritance?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Indirectly, if I declare this as an abstract, I'm just setting a rule saying that if you are willing to access my method, inherit and only then use it. Right?
Yes.
So we'll see, have we left out anything? There is a try, or please do try it. Instance of, we have already seen what does instance of will do. Morning session we saw it, the keyword.
Yes, ma'am.
It compares the instance with a specific type, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now we'll do a small exercise, a simple one. Let me consider you have a shape. You have a shape class within which you just have a draw, and you'll be having a class called rectangle and circle. In your main class, let's consider that as tester. You'll be having a tester class within which you'll be having a main. Create an object or do a different operation. My question is to, if I call draw within the rectangle and the circle, accordingly pass the parameters, okay? Area or you can just give us a sys out statement also. That is up to you. How differently you guys are trying to implement it. I want method to be retrieved from your rectangle and the circle class. Or a draw method should be called from your rectangle or a circle.
Okay.
Fine, got the question at least?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, try to implement it. You have 10 minutes.
Please repeat the question.
Yeah, okay. You have a shape class within which you have a draw method. Along with that, you have two more class, a rectangle and circle. So you have a main class within which you will be having your public static void main. I want you guys to call the draw method with respect to circle and rectangle.
Circle and rectangle are two different classes.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. So with the help of circle and rectangle, we have to call draw.
Yes, exactly. So whenever I define this, your abstract method will come into picture, right? Whatever we just now discussed. A method doesn't have a implementation. It doesn't have a body of it. Hence, it will be an abstract. Using the same concept, whatever just now we discussed, you try to implement it. Fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am,
Chetan?
I completed, but I have made very simple program just for printing.
Okay, it's okay, fine. Just to whether to check you guys understood the thing, I have given a very simple one, right?
Yes.
I didn't give the complex one. Please share the screen. Okay, you have an abstract display, rectangle extends, fine. Yeah, please run it. Okay, that's it. In the same way, you can provide some implementation also. For example, finding the area of the circle,
Yes, ma'am.
you can pass a parameter, let's say 2 parameter.
Yes.
Circle is half into whatever the formula is, length
Yes,
into
I
breadth.
understand.
Accordingly, you can implement it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good one. Any others completed? It is a very simple one, guys.
Ma'am,
Yes, Jayaraman, please share.
ma'am, is it visible?
Yes, yes. Fine, overridden, done. Please run it. Yes, good one. Others? Anyone else who have completed? Those who have completed, you can start practicing for the day. Okay, till 4 o'clock, we'll go with the practice. You're free to practice. If you have any doubt in the topic, you can come back. Okay. Yes. So you guys at least understood how to deal with the abstract. I have 2 more points to specify. After that, you can go for the practice session, guys. Just give me a moment. I'll reshare my screen. Here, which is a method that is making me to declare the class as abstract?
Generated.
This line, right? So if I just comment this line, whether it will throw an error in line number 4?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am. There's
No, no, ma'am.
Abstract
Right.
class, at least one abstract method, ma'am.
yes,
Otherwise-
yes.
Okay, others said no. Justify your answer. Just randomly you said.
If there is any method is abstract, then only we have to make the class as abstract. But if the class is abstract, then I guess there is no need to make the method as abstract.
There should be at least one abstract method in abstract class.
Okay, I commented this. Is there any error in this part?
No, but we cannot
ma'am.
create its object, ma'am.
Yeah, so obviously this I cannot exist, right? I'll just comment this part then. And even here, when the method itself is not there is no meaning in calling that method, right?
Yes,
This is also one of the extreme. And class can be made abstract even though none of its method are abstract. This or like in MCQ, this could be one of the possibility as well. Just to know whether you know all the points in the abstract. Fine?
Ma'am, can you please scroll down?
Yes.
Okay, ma'am.
So we'll quickly recall what are the points we need to remember in abstract. Fine, that will be helpful, right?
Yes, ma'am.
You know,
Yes,
So,
ma'am.
if a method, if a particular class, if
Ma'am,
class has a abstract method, this could be like true or false also. If a class has an abstract method, then a class should be declared as abstract. True
Yes,
or
ma'am.
false?
yes,
Yes, ma'am.
That will be a true case. I have a like minimum there is restriction like there should be a abstract method whenever I declare a class as abstract.
No, ma'am.
If
At least,
class
at least
is-
it should have
Please
at least
repeat the
one
question.
abstract method.
What is the point we have just now discussed? One commented line in line number 10.
there's no need
Okay,
to
okay.
have abstract method in abstract class.
If a class is declared as abstract, there is no rule specifying that it must and should there is be at least one abstract method. Without that also you can make it. That is one
Yes.
extreme, just a point you should know. But the real example is we will be having some details here. Only then most of the time we'll be using them. Okay.
Yes.
Confusing a bit?
No, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. Fine.
Yes.
Okay. Now you can go for your practice sessions. So one more question, guys. Can I directly create an object or directly inherit for the class payable?
No, ma'am. Directly cannot.
No, ma'am.
We cannot. Indirectly, we are doing it, right?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
With the help of child class.
Yeah. Okay. Now you can go for the practice session. You can continue up till 4. After that, we'll go for a break. Okay. Fine. Till 4, you can practice your exercise. Please make utilization. I am not creating any breakout session. Today, you can practice it, exercises. Okay. If any doubt, you can come back. Done?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Yes, please.
Ma'am, I didn't get that last point related to the object
Okay,
which you
just
told right now. Yes.
I'll repeat that. So in this, since I have an abstract method in line number 10, I am making a class as abstract, right?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
So if I comment this out without any of the method being an abstract, I don't have currently any abstract method. Without that also, I can declare a class as abstract. That is also one of the features.
Yeah, ma'am, I got that. But lastly, you said about objects which are we calling indirectly or directly like this. I didn't get
Pay
that.
bill is there. Now, this is my abstract class. I cannot
Yes.
directly create an object to this pay bill. If I'm creating by default, I have to provide implementation to this, which means indirectly through the child by overriding method, I'm going to access the details of generate bill. Directly, I don't have access for that.
Okay, ma'am. Got it. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, if we create any abstract method for calculating the area of suppose rectangle and circle,
Okay.
so that abstract method requires different parameters. For rectangle, it requires 2 parameters, length, breadth, and for circle, it requires only 1 parameter. Then in that case,
What is the option we have in that?
that abstract, we have to overload method now again.
Okay, this where is that example? Okay, in this case, we are trying to draw a circle or
Yes.
a specific shape.
Yes.
In that case, for your question, that could be not the accurate situation where we can make that particular method as an abstract, right? Since your question was like, if I have
Yes.
something like
Passing the
area,
parameter. Yes.
if I want to find the area of it, it will be having a method. It will be having I comma j.
Yes.
And in one situation, we'll be having I comma. Which concept will be preferable? We have completed this.
Yes, ma'am.
Method overloading.
Yeah, that could be preferable, right?
But ma'am, can we pass the argument in abstract method, means the 10 number line in program? Generate
No,
build. Can
this
we?
will be not the accurate situation because I have 3 to 4 methods. Everything I'll be making it as an abstract, and you if you are willing to do that, this could be done. Okay, let me consider this is an abstract.
Yes.
Abstract area. So if you want to provide details for this, you have to extend it.
Yes.
Your area. And then provide the implementation for it, and you can pass the parameter. You can call the method while calling using your object. You can
Yes.
specify, right?
Yes.
That could be also done.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Any other questions? Okay, guys, please make utilization of the time. Don't waste it. Complete your exercises. If any doubt, you can reach back.
So,
Any doubt, guys? Guys, you can take a break of 30 minutes. Be back at 4:30. Done?
yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am? Hello?
Yes, tell me.
Ma'am, I have a doubt, ma'am.
Yes, please.
I can share my screen, ma'am.
Yes.
In this, output is not coming, ma'am.
Okay, what program you're trying?
Static, ma'am.
Okay. Oh, can you please explain the scenario?
They given counter, ma'am, inside the static.
Okay. And you have
Correct.
initialized that to 1000. Okay.
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am. With the starting D letter, and counter will be increasing.
Okay, okay. 1 second. Int counter, you have just declared it as okay, static. Fine, fine.
Yeah.
It should be prefixed with D followed by fine. You're okay, you're incrementing that. So what is the problem here? It is not getting incremented.
Output will not coming, ma'am. Please
What
check.
is the main method? Class tester, you have your main, you have created 3 parameters. Okay, for the array, you're passing the parameter. Okay, run it.
Previous one is showing.
Okay, right click on the file. Yeah, run has. Okay, okay, wait, got it. Basic problem. Close it. The name of the file is what is that? Participant, and your main method is present within your tester.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, that has to be same, na?
Yeah, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Hello guys, I hope you all are back from your break.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then shall we play Connect?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so just give me a minute. Okay, so I have pasted the link in the chat box. You can see the key as well. It's 957130. Yes, Mayur, we will wait, not an issue. I'll paste the link once again. So I want as much people to join Connect. And as I told yesterday also, all this data of who are joining Connect, who are playing, it all goes to your batch owner. So Anusha will be able to see everything. Okay. So make sure you're joining Connect. If at all you're not able to join because of any network issues, you can drop the answers in the chat box. Guys, please make sure you're on mute. Harinath, if you're having network issues, you can just drop down the answers in the chat box, but privately. Ambika, we will wait for 2 minutes. We won't be starting so soon. Okay, only 110 of you have joined, so please do join as soon as possible. Guys, please be on mute. Okay, so guys, we will begin then. 138 of you have joined. So it's already 4:35. We will start with the connect.
Ma'am, wait, ma'am.
Okay, okay. I'll share the link. Okay, guys, so it's all 150 of you have joined, and we will start now. Okay, so 71 of you have answered correctly. Just give me a second. Okay, so runtime polymorphism is also known as what? So, runtime polymorphism is nothing but dynamic binding. Okay, it's a simple question. I hope you don't need any explanation for that. Okay, so we have Ravi Teja in the first position, followed by Monica, Mohammed, Tripti, and Tejashri. Let's move on to the next question. Okay, so 53 of you have answered correctly. So it's asking that when the reference of a parent class points to an object of a child class, then what can that reference access? Okay, so that reference will be able to access first of all the methods and attributes of the parent class. So the very first option given is true. Second is all methods and attributes of the child class. So the second one is false, right? The reference won't be able to access the methods and attributes of child class. And the last one is overridden methods of the child class. So yes, the reference will be able to access overridden methods of child class. So the correct option is 1 and 3. That is option B. So we again have Ravi Teja in the first position, followed by Tejashri, Abhishek, Hema, and Yashvi. Let's move on to the next question then. Okay, so 70 of you have answered correctly. So it is saying that the annotation which is at override, it can be used for a method in class which has no superclass. Okay, so here what happens is they are saying for a class that has no superclass. But when it comes to the override annotation, right, it doesn't matter if the class has no superclass or it has superclass. So that is why the answer over here is false, because in the question they are saying only no superclass can will have the at override annotation. Is that clear, guys? I want more replies.
Yes, ma'am, clear.
Okay, so if you people are not understanding, you can ask me, I will explain it again. But if only if you people react or tell, I will be able to know, right? So we have Hema in the first position, followed by Yashvi, Deepanshu, Raghul, and Jayaraman. Let's move on to the next question. Okay, so 135 have answered correctly. So it's a simple true and false question. It's asking if the generic methods will have parent type as the formal argument. So it is true. So we have Deepanshu in the first position, followed by Hema, Yashvi, Raghul, and Jayaraman. Let's
Ma'am,
move on.
generic type means child class.
Yes.
Generic methods are ones which come in angular bracket.
Ma'am, explain it once, ma'am.
I didn't get you. Can you repeat?
Explain it once, ma'am.
Explain. It's just a true and false question. It's asking what will be the arguments. So it takes the parent type as the formal argument. Generic methods are the one which come inside the angular brackets.
Ma'am didn't get it. Please explain it.
Ma'am, I don't know generic method. What is?
This generic method, we haven't learned it.
Okay, you
Yes,
didn't.
ma'am.
Okay. Then we can just ignore this question. Okay. Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt, Sanjana. A generic method is nothing but whatever the method we use, right? Public void display within which we'll be having a parameter, the plain parenthesis open and close.
Oh yes, it will be inside the angular bracket. That's all.
That's
The
it, guys.
parameter will
Nothing
be
to
the.
worry much about it.
So wait, let me just show you guys. So let's say if this is my class, so anything inside angular bracket is the generic. Okay, so your H1 is your generic. You will learn about that later, so you needn't worry now.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So we have Deepanshu in the first position, followed by Hema, Yashvi, Raghul, and Jayaraman. Let's move on then. Okay, so 81 of you have answered correctly. So over here, when it comes to hash code, it is always generated based on your memory address. Okay, it cannot be generated based on variable name or variable value. So when it comes to hash code, always remember that it will be generated based on the memory address of where it is stored. Okay, is it clear, guys?
Yes, ma'am, clear.
Okay. So we again have Deepanshu in the first position, followed by Hema, Yashvi, Raghul, and Jayaraman. Let's move on then. Okay, so 59 of you have answered correctly. So what is it saying over here? It's saying that two unequal objects can have the same hash code. So hash code is, as I told, it's generated based on your memory location. Right, so two unequal objects can have the same hash codes. So it is true. Okay.
Please explain again. I'm using override method. We can have same hash code.
Same hash code. See, let's say if A has value has 5, okay, and maybe B has value as 6. So it is saying if two unequal objects can have the same hash code. And since hash code depends upon the memory location, so you can have the same hash codes, okay. Is it fine? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So we have Raghul in the first position, followed by Abhishek, Deepanshu, Abhinav, and Hema. Let's move on then. Okay, so 61 of you have answered correctly. So it's asking which of these is a superclass of the wrappers long, double, and integer. So when it comes to numerics, right, like long, double, integer, the superclass is always number. Okay, so option D is the correct answer. So we have Yashvi now in the first position, followed by Hema, Akubatini, Ragul, and Jayaraman. Let's move on then. Okay, so 120 of you have answered correctly. So what have they asked? Void data type has no wrapper class defined. So as we know, void data type will not return anything, right? Whereas in case of wrapper class, you will always have something that is returning. That is why void will never have a wrapper class defined. So the correct option is A, true. I hope this is clear, guys.
Thank you.
Okay. So we have Hema in the first position, followed by Yashvi, Raghul, Jayaraman, and Ambika. Let's move on to the next question. Okay, so the below code snippet would result in what? So we have one num1 which is 5, and second num2 you're creating a new integer again with the value as 5. So the very first num1 equal to num2 will check for the value, right? And the second num1 dot equals will check for the memory location. One second. Location. Sorry guys, the first one will check the memory location and the second one will check for the value. So the very first one, what happens? Num1 is equal to 5 and num2 you're creating a new integer. That is why when you're checking the memory location of num1 equal to num2, it will result in false.
Ma'am, but after overriding, it will return value, na? Compares value, na? By default, it compares what address?
Address will be there. Yes, ma'am.
It will be creating a new integer, right? Num2 is creating new integer.
But as we studied in today's lecture, that ma'am told us that by default it will check for address first, memory first, and after that overriding, it will check for a value equals method.
Yes, ma'am.
Guys, at the same time, did we see a demo of that as well?
Yes,
In
ma'am.
the wrapper class, we have compared the same thing, right? We have integer num is equal to 5 and a new object. At that time, whenever we use num1 dot equals, it will be comparing. Forgot?
Values, ma'am, values.
Values.
And then
Values, right? Equals.
Yes, ma'am.
We have seen one example in exercise also. Remember?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
where
ma'am.
we have seen few methods like parse and parse float and all.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
In that something the same code snippet is there, na?
Yes, ma'am.
So it will be written comparing the details of it or the value or the data, you can say.
Okay.
Okay, please don't get confused. Go through the complete details once again so that you'll be clear with the things. Fine?
Okay.
Okay, so I hope it's clear now, guys. Num1, you have one value. Num2, you are creating a new integer. So you will get a new memory location. So when you're checking num1 equal to num2, it will check for the memory location. That is why it is returning false because of the new integer created here. And in the second, it's checking num1 dot equals num2. That is checking the value. That is why it returns true. Is it clear now?
Got it, ma'am.
Okay. So we have Hemasai in the first position, followed by Jayaraman, Santosh, Harshad, and Sushant. Let's move on then. Okay, so 25 of you have answered correctly. So it's asking which option is false about the final keyword. So the very first thing they are saying is a final method cannot be overridden in its subclass. It is true, right? A final method will not be able to override. The second is that a final class cannot be extended. So even that is true. Third option is that a final method can be inherited. Even that is true. The very last option is that a final class cannot extend other classes. So that is false. Right? A final class cannot extend other classes is false. Final class can extend other classes, but other class will not be able to extend final. Is that fine, guys? So they are asking which of the option is false. That is why it is answer D. So I hope it's clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So we have Hema in the first position, followed by Jayaraman, Santosh, Harshad, and John. Let's move on. Okay, so 62 of you have answered correctly. So again, they are asking choose the incorrect option. They are not asking to choose the correct option. So a final variable can be initialized only once is correct. Then the second is final method of a parent class cannot be overridden. Even that is correct. The third option is that objects cannot be created for a class declared as final. So that is incorrect option. Right? It can be created. And the very last is a final class cannot be inherited. So even that is correct option. So since they are asking for incorrect option, option C is the correct answer. So is that clear, guys? Okay. So we have Abhishek in the first position now, followed by John, Kiran, Sana, Hema, and Sushant. Let's move on. Okay, so 117 of you have answered correctly. So it is asking what is the use of final keyword in Java. So the correct answer is all of the above, right? So when a class is final, subclass of it cannot be created. When a method is final, it cannot be overridden. And when a variable is final, it can be assigned value only once. So all three are uses of final keyword in Java. That is why it is option D, all of the above. So congratulations to the winners. We have Abhishek in the first position, followed by John, Kiran, and Hema. Let me stop sharing. Okay, so I hope you all were able to learn something from today's Connect as well.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. And I hope you got the mail for regarding Connect that I sent yesterday. Did you guys get any mail?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so today I will make sure to add the winners, the picture
Screenshot.
as well. Yeah, screenshot as well. So once again, congratulations to Abhishek, John, and Hema. Okay. So guys, you all can practice till 5:30. Okay, go through the topics. Guys, don't leave the meeting. Okay, your attendance will be based on the WebEx. So please don't leave in the middle. It is till 5:30, so be there till 5:30. Okay.
Hello, ma'am. Hello, ma'am.
Yes, tell me.
Ma'am, did you check with our batch owner regarding this multiple choice questions?
Yes, your batch
Practice.
owner was actually on leave.
Okay.
Okay, so I will ask her once again and I will let you know tomorrow morning. Okay.
And also, we also want to know that should we apply for the laptop or we will get it by the default directly? So also
You don't have to apply. You don't have to apply as of now. I'll do one thing. I'll ask Anusha whether she can address you people once tomorrow, maybe. Okay, so you all will be able to ask any doubts with her directly. She will be able to help you out. Okay, she was on leave, so I will let her know once.
Ma'am,
Yes, tell me.
we had a mail from Outlook that the Engross Open Learning journey, you have to register for that.
You can register only if you want to. It's not compulsory.
Okay. No, but it is a timing based on 9 to the on the timing on or training timing.
No, then don't. They just send it to everyone that is present, right? So you will be getting the mail. But now the main thing is that you attend this meeting. Okay.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, is it compulsory to complete the SAQ before mock exam?
It's not necessary to complete before mock, but I'm sure you might have got any mail about the last date, right? Did you get any mail about when you have to complete the SAQ?
Yes, ma'am. July 13th.
Yes, ma'am.
July 13th, ma'am. Okay, then you have to complete before July 30th. It should 13th or okay 13th.
13.
Then you can complete before 13th, not before the mock, only before 13th. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, so Utkarsha, in hands-on, you will have only one question. You will have a mock on 30th, right? So that time you will get a clear picture of how your exam will be. So you'll have only one particular question, and based on that, you will have to complete the coding. So it's 5:11, guys. You all can leave the meeting for today. Okay, make sure you go through the topics that was taught today. So let's meet tomorrow. Have a great evening.
Thank you, ma'am. Same to you.
Thank you, ma'am.
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 Thank you, ma'am. Bye, ma'am.